Hey everyone, welcome to Empathic Lightwork. I hope you guys are all enjoying your month of October. This is going to be a general reading. For the sign of Leo. I love me some Leos. Leos are so cool and passionate. I got a couple besties that are Leos. Besties that I've known since like middle school that are Leos. I have my brother that's a Leo. I got my coolest auntie who's a Leo. You know, the Leos are royal, majestic, fiery, catty type of people that you just, as long as you treat them like the king and queen they are, they ain't gonna try to Mufasa you. They ain't gonna try to kick you off the rock like Scar did Mufasa. It's gonna be okay, baby. Y'all gonna find unity and find balance. But, I love a good Leo. They fiery, they passionate, they're very, they can be quiet at times, very observant creatures, very charming, very royal type of beautiful mane type creatures. So, as I was shuffling your cards and just kind of meditating, I feel like y'all's really focused on the coin. Y'all's really been focusing on the coin. And, some of y'all been focusing on the bedroom, some of y'all been focusing on the family life, but it's the things that is wanting you to give you your best life. What's giving you your best life is the things that you're focusing on and you feel like you care about, and the things that are important to you, and that's what's giving you the satisfaction you need in this month of October, Leo. But Venus is the sign of relationships, commitments, any type of ships, friendships, family ships, shipping right, but also it is Venus is kind of is kind of like teaching relationships, or being a teacher of relationships, as in, if you knew better, you do better, baby. And if if people work with you, you're a very workable sign. You know what I mean? Some signs are more stubborn than others. I feel like you can do it. You just gotta buckle down and have your strength and be courageous and confident, but at the same time, be you. Maybe that's all that is you. Okay, now my ass is gonna stop on today. Thanks, and welcome to Juju's Empathic Lightwork. Okay, I'm gonna bring you downtown so that you can see your cars. Okay, baby? Alright, now that we down below, here we go. Like I said, this is going to be a general reading for the sign of Leo. I'm just going to shuffle a couple more times, and then we're going to get into your spread. And the Celtic card spread is just going to give me like a general overview of different types of things that are in your life, or, different types of situations and different types of placements that kind of show me what's going on. Okay, Spirit telling me to shuffle a couple more times. Okay, she says she ready. Spirits, ancestor guides, I hope you give me all clear messages and great messages. Let it be good, bad, whatever type of message. Just let me hear the messages for the sign of Leo. Okay, I'm gonna cut the deck. Funky donkey cutting, honey. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Fool in reverse. That's major arcana, y'all. We have the Fool in reverse. And the Fool is about, exploration. And the upright, it's about exploration. It's about going on a fool's journey. It's about going on, or taking that leap of faith, or taking that risk, and moving on to a new journey in life. And this is at the bottom of the deck, so this could be of significance of some sort, and you're just not really dealing with the fact of, you're not taking a risk, you're not dealing with the risk factor. exploring anything. You're just trying to keep your head down and be more into your coins. Maybe you're not trying to explore things that may not need to be explored or may not need to be caused for you to explore. Also, this could be about the Fool is about, it's also about major arcana. This is major energy. In reverse, this card tells you that you are not looking closely enough at where it is you are venturing, and that you are being careful, that you are not being careful with what is it that you are exploring. You're conducting your actions and behavior in a foolish, naive manner. So, this is about also not taking a risk, or maybe you're being naive to the manner of not taking explorations, not taking the journey, not taking the chance or anything like that, or dealing with any type of fighting or any type of exploring things, but in a foolish way. Maybe curiosity is being a little too curious for the cat, honey. Maybe your curiosity is putting you at risk of not taking on a fool's journey. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind for the month of October and forward. Maybe there's just something that you're just not fully dealing with, but I feel like you guys will deal with eventually. You can always turn these cards upside right. It's just right now you're upside down in this fool's journey. Just watch out for risky people, or watch out for taking any risks financially, emotionally, physically, mentally. If you can avoid taking any irrational risks, that's what I feel like you should really think about. Okay, I'm gonna lay down your spread. So we have the first position is the signifier. The second position is you. The third position is what's crossing you. The fourth position is your foundation. The fifth position is your present. Let it be distant, present. Your distant past. This is past, sorry. This is past. And let it be your distant past or your, real recent past. This is your present or your recent present. This is your future. Let it be close future, near future, or far future. Also, next card we have, the 8th position, is yourself in this reading. We have yourself in this reading, and that's this position right here. And that's this position right here. Next thing we have also is 9 is the environment that you're around, or in the environment in you. 10 is the fears and hopes, or the hopes and fears. And 11 is the outcome, or the outcome of the month. So let me try to move this level up a little bit. So you can get all your cards all up in that. And remember, at the bottom of the deck we had the Fool card. The Fool card, Major Arcana. The Tarot deck is divided into 78 cards. 22 are Major Arcana, 56 are Minor Arcana. Minor Arcana are the mundane energies, and those are separated into cups, swords, and pentacles, and wands. And Major Arcana is that major life energy, and they have Major Arcana cards, and those are 0 to 22. And 0 to 21 or 0 to 22. And those being said, those Major Arcana are more major energy, and this is 0. And out of the 22 of Major Arcana, you're at 0. So maybe you're starting at square one at something as well, since I was at the bottom of the deck. Okay. First card we have in the reading, we have 8 of Wands, y'all. This is the significance. 8 of Wands in upright. This is fiery energy. This is Leo, Sag, or Sagittarius. Leo, Sag, or Aries. This is fiery energy. This is significant because you may be getting messages in your DMs. These are also about actions or offers, or taking a passionate action towards messages or offers that you've been getting, or messages and offers you've been receiving. Let it be for any of let it be for a single Leo or a couple Leo. These messages could be of work, they could be of personal, they could be family, they could be friends. You in the situation we have Judgment, and it was in reverse. So Judgment in reverse. Judgment in reverse, card 20. This is major arcana. There may be an opportunity that's being missed. You are probably missing out on an opportunity, or you may not be looking at all the options you have. In reverse also, this is about, in the upright, this is also about taking things a second chance or taking another opportunity on something. This is about, after all the losses, you still grant yourself a makeup on whatever you lost and try again. But in the reverse, this card says that you are not taking a chance that has been given to you so that you could change or rebuild your life. You have the right to do so, to do anything you want, but you would much rather stick to the same old dull routines rather than change your life or change your environment. So in the upright, it's about taking second chances, it's about opportunities, it's about having that second chance and that opportunity. And the reverse, it's about someone who's not taking that option or not taking that decision. And these cards could always be vice versa. And remember, this is for Leo's Sun, Moon, Venus, wherever Leo lies. If you're feeling the message, this is for you. So that being said, back to the judgment at hand, maybe there's an opportunity you're just not taking, or maybe there's an opportunity you want to take. In the crossing you, we have Six of Swords, detachment in reverse. Detachment in reverse. So it's very interesting to see the second mundane energy you have is air. So that could be Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. And the Six of Swords and the upright talks about, moving from a rough situation in a swift and smooth way, or being quiet and being very deceptive. In the reverse, this implies that you're going back to the same old hurtful state of affairs. You have to leave a bad situation, but you stay where you are due to the fear of leaving. This will move things in the wrong direction. A trip that you may be embarking upon will be delayed. So, this is crossing you. This is that energy of maybe you're not taking another chance on something, so what's crossing you is the fact that you didn't take that chance and you're now stuck in the same affairs. You know what I mean? Just like here, it says that you don't want to take a chance or an opportunity on something that you've already been given an opportunity to, and you'd rather stay in the same old dull routines and the same old stuck ways. And it says here that you also want to stay in the same, you don't want to embark on anything, you want to stay in the same hurtful state of affairs, which I believe you don't want to. I believe that eventually these two cards will be turned up right, and you'll find a way to get the second chance in something that you want and that you actually care about, and you will be able to detach yourself and be able to move smoothly from a hard situation when, right now you're stuck. But if you turn this upright, you'll be able to move smoothly, mysteriously out of the way, honey. Out of the way, honey. And that's crossing you. Next card we have in your foundation, we have your Three of Wands. This is fiery energy, passionate energy of the Leo, Sag, or Aries. And that being said, the Three of Wands is also about patience. It's about, waiting for your wands, or waiting for your wands to come through. Also, it's about fiery energy. It's about the power of manifestation. It ignites passion, and wand energy strives for us for the things that we need in our lives. It helps us go and search for what we need and really want, and something burns inside us that will never stop, and that's that fiery energy. And you are a fire sign, you have that fiery energy, and Three of Wands is what's in your foundation. And your foundation being, let it be your home life, let it be your love life, let it be just you personally in your personal life. That's your energy is kind of dealing with patience, is kind of dealing with the fact that you are dealing with a fiery, patient energy right now. And that is allowing you to be patient for what you want. In the reading, this represents prolonged processes and developments. You put your efforts into something very special at the moment, and now you are asked to sit back, relax a little bit, and wait for everything to develop or fall into place. Eventually, or within a matter of time, you will see your hard work and dedication cultivate in front of you. And remember, there is no need to rush anything. So it's also about patience. It's about, even though you're a patient, fiery energy, and usually all wands are about going somewhere, this is about, taking the time to realize that you have the fire burning and the candle's already hot. And you don't have to really tend to the fire because it's tending to itself at the moment, which is good. You can be happy with yourself at the moment. Also, this is about not rushing things. This is about not pushing any type of passionate affairs or passionate relationships that you're not trying to push or is being pushed upon you. Be patient, and everything will work out in its own way. The past, or the far past, or the near past, you have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And it's very interesting because in the upright, it is about servitude. It's about serving someone, or being servant, or serving something, or serving something, honey. Serving some tea, or serving some fast, serving. You would have served. But it's in reverse. So, and that's in your past. And court cards in the 56 minor arcana is more about people than other regular mundane cards. The court cards represent people themselves. So you could have a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn Earth sign that in your past you just didn't work out with, and they tried actions towards you and they just didn't give you what you was looking for. They didn't serve you what you needed. You know what I mean? They gave you what they thought you might want, and you was like, no, that's not what I want. No, that's not it. That's not it. You're like, okay. Also in the reverse, this is about someone that may be too critical of people's physical flaws, someone's actions. The littlest thing will bother them, and they will point it out, and without taking the person's feelings into consideration, they will justify their reasons for pointing it out. This, in turn, will only make them to be more self-centered, or to seem too self-centered. This is about avoiding people that are overcritical of things and people that they do not have control over. Do not be too harsh on yourself and avoid trying to be perfect. Learn and understand that nobody is perfect, and there ain't no such thing as perfect, and that annoys the hell out of me. Everybody always talking about, I want this, perfect that. Perfect don't exist, honey. Perfect is in the eye of the beholder, and if you behold that this ain't perfect, then maybe this ain't working out for you. You could be in a box and sitting in a box and just reading a book, and you're like, wow, this is a great home that I live in. It's all about the way you look at things. It's also about the way you perceive things. And people may be like, oh, look at that homeless bum, but look, I ain't got to pay for taxes. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with having to, get a car note or get a car loan or any of that. These people in boxes, they happy in the lifestyle that they live in, and they're not overcritical of themselves. They're not pushing themselves. Even though I bet you they want to get out of poverty, they're at the same time, they're sitting there having their signs out, and if that's all they can do, that's all they can do, And this also talks about a person who is, if you've ever had to deal with anyone who's been hard on you or talk crap about your physical appearance, and which is very crazy because everyone knows that a Leo is always good looking. So, I don't think there's that many people, or maybe you had to deal with, or maybe you were that way towards somebody, or maybe you were that way towards an earth sign, and they had to deal with you being a little bit more self-centered, or you being a little bit more pointing out their flaws, or you being a little bit more on their cases about stuff, and you just being a little bit more critical. And usually you're easygoing, so maybe this relationship just wasn't for you, and that was in the past. And this could be in work, or family, or friends, or love. So, you know, that earth sign. In the present, we have the wheel. The wheel in reverse. In the present, we have the wheel in reverse. So in the upright, it's about changes, right? In this position, it's about not changes, basically. In reverse, it's about being stagnant, or being stuck, or not allowing the wheel of fortune, the dice to roll to give you what you need, or give you the life that you're looking for. You know what I mean? There's just something that you're just missing, or something that you're holding out on, or maybe karma. This is also a very karmic cycle. Maybe a karmic cycle has to be done, or has to be completed. Tens are about completion as well. So maybe you have to complete something and end something, or to change something else. In reverse, though, this card tells you that anything you were expecting to change has become stalled or idle. The time has come for you to recognize stagnation and make important changes in your life. You may be fighting or preventing things from changing in your life. Surrender and let changes take their course. Surrender all types of ways that you thought that you were seeing things. In your present energy, you're dealing with not changing things. You're maybe being stuck in your old ways, or dealing with people who are stuck in their old ways and they don't want to deal with having to change into something else. Or maybe you have to change at work, or maybe you have to change your perception of the people that you're around, or maybe you have to change your attitude, and that's just not seeming to work right now. And that's in your present energy, and that's major arcana. You know, that's the second major arcana you pulled, and you had a major arcana of the Fool. So you didn't want to take risks, and you didn't want to do anything here, so you stayed stuck and stagnant. You didn't want to take risks, you didn't want to take a chance here, so you stay stuck and stagnant. You're supposed to be patient, but I'm seeing that, you know, you're just being very stagnant and not really wanting to turn anything around, in which I believe you should be able to turn stuff around. The seventh card in this spread is the Future. We have the High Priestess. Alright, upright, High Priestess. Okay, upright. Ooh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to drop her. She said I dropped her. That's all she said. But the High Priestess talks about intuition. It also talks about inner knowledge, or inner wisdom, or, you know, you knowing the answers to your problems, or knowing the answers to your affairs, which this is another major arcana too. So this is you having to deal with the fact that maybe there's something that you're missing, or maybe there's something that you don't see completely because your eyes, the right eyes, aren't open. You know what I mean? Like your eyes may be open, but you ain't seeing everything right because you ain't seeing the right stuff. So that's what you need to really be focusing on. And in the upright, this advises you that the answers to your questions are hidden from you, and right now is the time for you to look for them. The more you look for hidden solutions, the more additional things you will uncover. What's hidden from you is not too hard to find. It just requires patience. Patience, honey, patience. It just requires patience. Interesting, in your foundation. To basically, it requires patience. Of course, with a wrong question comes a wrong answer, but with a right question, you receive the right answer. This card also indicates that your intuition is required. Spiritual guidance is before you. So maybe you may be listening to your ancestors. You may be getting whispers. You may be feeling your family. You may be thinking of your past loved ones, or you may be thinking of a friend that you lost, or, you know, maybe they're there giving you inner guidance, and you just have to find that calm, quiet peace. Or maybe you need to talk to your inner self and find that calm, quiet peace of answering yourself. You know what I mean, hon? Just answering the energy. The eighth card in our spread is yourself, and that's the Eight of Swords. Mundane energy, we have Eight of Swords. This is about being imprisoned. This is about false imprisonment of the mind, the imprisonment of the mind, and just the fact that she's just not even really focused on anything but this glass dome, and why her triceratops has to be stuck in this glass dome. Maybe she can find the magic or the power to get it out for dancing. Also, this card on the upright indicates a mental tied down helplessness, which prevents thoughts from moving forward. Your inner beliefs are being affected. A wave of insecurities and doubts fill your mind. You may need to seek guidance and clarity from someone you trust or is trustworthy. Stop doubting solutions to your problems. You feel as if your thoughts are trapped. You can liberate your ideas. You're being deprived willingly or unwillingly of speaking your mind. So speak your mind. Maybe you aren't saying everything that you want to say because you're not really fully invested in or you're not fully wanting to cause conflicts, or maybe there's a wave of insecurity inside your head that is working on your mind or working on your soul, honey. And in the future, you're going to have the high priestess to give you the inner wisdom and give you the wisdom. But right now, you're feeling yourself being in a trapped power, being in a power that makes you feel stagnant, which is understandable because this here is judgment in reverse, and that was you at the beginning of the spread, and that was you feeling stuck, or feeling like you had to be in the same routines, or feeling like that's all you're going to be is in these same routines. And that's understandable, but you can always change your outcomes. You can always change your mindset. It's the power of the mind itself that's getting in the way. The ninth card we have is Nine of Swords for the ninth card, and that's your environment. In the upright, it's about anxiety. It's about dealing with mental depression. It's about distress, nervousness, about fears taking over, about fears being worried, and that's in the upright. So in the reverse, this card implies a state of relief, sincerity. At last you can think clearly, your mind is functioning normally, and now you can finally sleep better, wake up feeling calm and rested. You're able to concentrate on any task. Stress is over and done with. You feel at ease, honey. You feel at ease, honey. And it's cute because she's got looks like little cat ears, little cat hair ears, which is really cute. I really love that. She's a beautiful butterfly fairy princess, but I love her cat little type of ears. And that's in the reverse. So, in your environment, you're feeling less anxiety. You're feeling like you can sleep better because you may be taking those steps to let anxiety go, or let anxiety not take you over, or not allow your mindset to get in the way, not allow yourself to get in the way of being imprisoned, but more releasing yourself and being in the right environment to release yourself. And the 10th card in your spread we have is Hopes and Fears. This is Hopes and Fears. 15, Dependency, the habit. So maybe you have a habit that you love, or a routine that you love doing. That's card 15, Major Arcana. You got a lot of Major Arcana this spread, you guys. You have a lot of Major Arcana. Maybe there's a lot of major life and energy going on. And there's this energy that seems to be just very dependent, or a dependency that is very relevant. And it's just like very dependent energy. I'm sorry, I got a little stuck with this dependency. Maybe you may have a cat, or a familiar cat that you have. This is it's also about dealing with dark moon stuff, dealing with the fact that there's just a darker, more devilish dependence. So this card indicates that you're being led the wrong direction, a direction that no good consequences whatsoever. Should you proceed down this path, you will find yourself a slave to addictions, and that will never let you rest. If you develop bad habits, it will take every very long for you to overcome these patterns. You may also find yourself depending on others, worst of all, living off of them. In the end, once an addiction has developed, whether it's drugs or sex or another variety, mercy and salvation will seem very far away and difficult to attain. But with willpower and self-control, you can fight being a victim to your addictions and fight the addictions itself. So this is also like the devil card in other tarot decks. It's the devil card. It's that card of, maybe your fears is that you're fearing that you're gonna lose control of an addiction. Maybe people who are watching, somebody's out there being sober and they are working on being sober and they're trying to stay sober, and their biggest fear is that maybe they may not stay sober, and like that's a really big fear of theirs. But really, they're just making bad habits, and the first bad habit is thinking that you're about to go into a bad habit. The second thing is that you need to find good ways and healthy ways to express yourself and to exercise your mind, body, soul, and spirit. You know what I mean? And find those good habits to keep you healthy, and good routines that will keep you happy. You know what I mean? It's okay to depend on some things, but it's not okay to depend on things until they wither and die. It's not okay to depend on things until all of a sudden they're like, I don't want you to depend on us anymore. Goodbye. Okay. Like, and that's the hopes, and the fears is that, and that's like gotta be your biggest fear, is that you don't want to get into those bad habits. You don't want to get into a bad habit again. You don't need a bad habit again. The final outcome we have is the King of Pentacles, y'all, and upright. So this is an earth sign. So this is also earthly energy. So maybe this is a earthly person like Virgo, Capricorn, or a Taurus. Maybe you have that in your chart, or maybe there's those qualities. And the King of Pentacles is about loyalty. You know what I mean? He's a very dependable, very just strong king, a very powerful person. And this person is dependable. It serves as a rock or a touchstone for someone in need. Asking them for a favor and receiving that favor will not be an issue. When you need someone to be your secret keeper, they are a perfect person to count on. When it comes down to borrowing money or materials, they will give you your hand. The King of Pentacles also represents a situation that you have is dependable in order to have people's trust and respect. This will be very beneficial when you want to impress your boss or even coworkers. Being dependable will only open many doors for you and opportunities. So that being said, this is about a loyal person. Maybe there's an earth sign coming in your future. Maybe there's maybe that dependable, loyal energy that you have in yourself is going to work out and really kind of give you the strength that you need. So that is just your regular spread. Now I'm gonna kind of shuffle the cards, and I just want a card. I'm gonna clarify a few cards. I'm gonna clarify the Judgment card, since it's Major Arcana. Why is the Judgment in reverse? Why is the Judgment in reverse here? If you can give me just one card. Okay. I asked for one card and they gave me three. So we have the Ten of Cups, an emotional offer. Eight of Pentacles, a reward, and the Sun, which is your card in Major Arcana, and that represents the power of Leo, and that's aspects and different types of courage and confidence, and being confident and courageous and looking at things in a new aspect or a new way of life. And this is about working hard and gaining those material possessions and that energy of material possessions. Also the sign of Virgo. this emotional energy is about having all your cups, your family, your kids, the dog, everything, finding that emotional fulfillment that keeps you content. And this could be friends, family, work, anything that's keeping you content and happy and emotionally fulfilled. And I feel like because judgment's in reverse, maybe you're having to take chances on these opportunities, on these different things, on the fact of a new sun, of a new aspect, on the fact that you gain rewards and working really hard and you're gaining those rewards, but it's keep working and keep making sure that you're working hard. And then, or it's the fact that there may be an emotional offer that you just don't want to take a chance on, and you don't want to have to deal with and have to understand or have to want to do, and maybe you don't want to take a new aspect or do anything different like that. But the judgment card can always be in reverse, so these opportunities could always come in your midst. The happy family and friends, with the dog, the rewards of your work, or the new aspect and the new courage and confidence that you can have if you turn that judgment of a missed opportunity up back into an actual good opportunity. And that's you in the situation. So it's funny that you, the sun, sign of Leo, called for yourself in the reading. And maybe you have to take a chance on yourself. Maybe there's an opportunity that you have to take and you never got to take because your judgment was off and you didn't know if it was going to work or not. Okay, now we're going to go to the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So I just want to know, can I get one card for the Knight of Pentacles reverse, please? In the past. Why is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, please, in the past? Why is the Knight of reverse in the past position? Why is the Knight of reverse? Why is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse for the past position for the sign of Leo? Oop. We have the Lovers. We have the Lovers in the upright. Gemini, sign of Gemini. So maybe there's a Gemini making you have to make decisions, or maybe in the past you've had to make decisions. This is also about partnership, or maybe you've had to take a chance, or maybe you've seen the darker side of this earth sign and it's just not what you expected or what you need in your life. And so you made the decision not to have it in your life anymore, or made the decision to stick with it in your life, even though it may be overcritical or super annoying or really stubborn or really hard-headed. Also, it could just be that energy of the fact that something's just not working out right and you're just thinking of other options, or you may have other decisions to make. Okay, thank you, Spirit, for giving me just one card for that. Okay, Spirit, I just need one card for the Wheel in reverse. Why is the Wheel in reverse for the present? Why is the Wheel in the reverse for the present? Why is the Wheel in the reverse for the present? Please, Spirit, you can give me just one. Just tell me why. Tell me why the Wheel card is reversed for... Why is the Wheel card reversed? Why is the Wheel card reversed? Why is the Wheel of Fortune reversed? Why is the Wheel of Fortune reversed? And please tell me why the Wheel of Fortune is reversed. Can I get one card? See, cards are... Ooh! Never mind, the cards give one us out. We got the Four of Wands. So this is about stability. This is about decisions. Also the sign of Aries. This is about opening doors. It's about maybe some type of passionate offer that just never was counted on. Also it could be about an energy of the fact that, The Four of Wands is also about the fact that you may be focused on your safety and security, taking concrete action in order to create concrete changes that you desire. So maybe you're taking the reason the wheel is upside down or in your present is because maybe you haven't taken those chances and you're waiting for the right opportunity, the right concrete action to be the right in order to make the right concrete change. So in other words, I feel like you have to make sure that the decision and the option is solid and that it's reliable and that you can deal with it and that it's real and that it's safe and it's secure. And that's why I feel like the wheel is in reverse, because you just haven't taken those changes yet, or those chances yet on anything, because you don't believe those changes will be good in your benefit, or maybe you're worried that these changes won't be good for your benefit, or maybe you're changing someone else for the benefit and you don't know if you're a good change for them. So next we're gonna go for the High Priestess. High Priestess in the future. Why is the High Priestess in the future? Spirit, if you can hear me, why is the High Priestess in the future? Why is the High Priestess in the future? Why is the High Priestess in the future? Why is the High Priestess in the future, please? High Priestess in the future, please. High Priestess in the future. What is the High Priestess in the future? I just need one card, Spirit. One card. One card. I just need one card, Spirit. Ooh, we got Chariot in reverse. So maybe someone hasn't taken any false move. I just need one more. Ooh, I got 6 of Cups in reverse. So the 4 of Cups in reverse. So maybe you're looking at all the glasses not empty. You're looking at none of these empty glasses and none of these perfectly pristine glasses. You're just looking at that full glass all the way up in the sky. They may not be reachable at this time or obtainable, and even though it may look like the person's a giant, it don't look like it's working out. And that emotional energy is there. So maybe there's an emotional offer or a love offer that you just don't think is working out or is going to work for you. You know what I mean? And that is wearing on you, and it's hard to deal with. A disappointment. Also, the 4 of Cups is about dissatisfaction again. It's about not being satisfied with what you got or what you have, or what you're lacking, the desire to do better for your circumstances, the inability to appreciate the things that you have available to you. So like these very beautiful pristine cups that he can fill stuff up with, instead of the cup that's already full. And you don't got to be lazy. You can just fill it up your damn self. And then we have the Chariot in reverse. So lack of movement, lack of victory, a lack of not doing something, you know what I mean? Of not just moving on, you know what I mean? It's also in reverse. This talks about there is no physical motion or mental motivation occurring in your life. You are feeling so much pressure that everything around you is starting to collapse. And instead of gaining self-control, you are losing your control of what's around you. So you're losing control even more, even though you're trying to get the reins, you haven't gotten the reins yet. The scenery is on top of you instead of you being on top of the scenery. So you got to find that energy to find the strength to get back. And that's a sign of Cancer. So maybe there's a Cancer in your life, or a major arcana Cancer, because this is a Cancer card too. So maybe in the future you're having to deal with a Cancer, and it's making you have to open up your inner wisdom so that nothing collapses on you. Or this in the upright is about victory. It's about the power of having control in your hands and taking situations in your hands so that the outcomes benefit you. So if you can turn this back upright, this is about benefiting you if you can get it back. Okay, next card we are going to clear up or clarify is the Habit card. Habit and the hopes and fears. Why Why is this habit a fear? Why is this habit a fear? Why is this habit of hope and fear? I just need one card to answer me. Why is the habit a hope and fear? Why is the habit a hope and a fear? Why is this dependent? Why is this habit coming through? Just need one card, Spirit. One card, Spirit. If I can just get one card for the sign of Leo, and why is this? Why are they dependent? What are they so dependent on? What are they fearing so much that they don't? I don't even have to shuffle that. Okay, Magician in reverse. So manipulative people, someone who's very manipulative, someone who's very tricky. You know, people that are tricky, or maybe there's manipulative situations going on, or maybe your habit or your bad habit is manipulating situations and manipulating people, and maybe that is a bad habit of yours because you're so charming and you're so cute, and you know things just seem to work for you, but at the same time you twist and turn things, and you're kind of dependent on that type of darker aspect of yourself, more shadow side aspect of yourself. But really you don't have to depend on that, because you have the power to manifest anything you want. In the upright, this is about manifestation. This is about creating something. So in your hopes, I can see that you can hope to manifest the best, and hope to manifest your dreams and happiness, and hope that this goes upside down so that you're not dependent, and you don't have any habits, and you don't have any addictions that you're dependent on. And so I feel like for you, the reason that this clarified this is because it wants you to turn your life back around. It wants you to turn your life to a manifestation period instead of being a dependent period. You know what I mean? And that's hard to say, but that's what happens. Next card we have is the King of Pentacles. That's the outcome. Why is the King of Pentacles in your outcome? Why is the King of Pentacles in your outcome? Why is the King of Pentacles in your outcome? Why is the King of Pentacles in your outcome? Why is the King of Pentacles here? 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 Just one card, Spirit. Just one card. Okay, we got two of Wands. So this is indecision. This is also the sign of Aries. So you may have an Aries in your life, or you may be having to make a decision, or have to, as you're walking these steps, you're trying to figure out what you can obtain by yourself and what you can obtain with others. Maybe that King of Pentacles is what you can obtain, or maybe that King of Pentacles could be a person that is actually a person of around you, or a person that is personally just yourself. And maybe this decision is, which one are you going to choose before? Self-love or the love of this King of Pentacles? This love of being loyal. Maybe you have to be loyal to yourself and make sure you choose yourself, or choose the right path. You know what I mean? And maybe the right path comes with the earth sign of the King of Pentacles. So I'm just going to use the Wand of Resonance. And at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Knight of Wands in reverse in this Tarot of Dreams. So I see that, maybe you're not taking action on something. So I see a lot of stuck energy, a lot of really stuck energy. And this is the Wand of Resonance. The Wand of Resonance shows me, and kind of is a tether to me, to see that there are pieces of you that you are not really taking full involvement for, or you're making decisions or not making decisions on the fact that you believe that is safer, but it may not be safer. It may be safe to just take the risk, to charge forward, to move to a place where everything will work in your favor. I feel like a lot of it is you're worried about what situations is not going to work out for you and what situations will, but you should really be focusing on is, how can I benefit from this situation? How can I benefit others from this situation? How can others benefit from me? How can I be a good part of the world, and so that the good part of the world can give me? You know what I mean? And that's the energy you're looking for. That's the energy you need. That's the energy you're coming into. You know, and that's the energy of making decisions. Like I said before, there's a lot of earth energy in here and a lot of major arcana of being stuck and finding that inner wisdom and being in a lot of major arcana of change or not taking chances on change. So take that into consideration, and I hope this video reaches you well. Thank you so much for tuning in to me, and like, subscribe, and share it with all your friends. Thank you so much. Juju Empathic Lightwork, in and out.